What do you get when you mix child soldiers, sprinting flesh-eating nudists, and Ray Fiennes doing medieval skull therapy? Apparently, this movie. Buckle up, let's talk 28 years later, and if it is worth your cold hard money in the theaters. We all know the old expression, time heals all wounds. Well, it's 28 years later, and these wounds are still festering. Director Danny Boyle and writer Alex Garland are back, dragging their sprinting zombies with them, and delivering a metaphor that's anything but subtle. But don't worry, it's not all big ideas and zero entertainment. I mean, there's a zombie swinging a severed head like it's training for the Olympic hammer throw. So yeah, it's still fun. What really sets 28 years later apart is its obsession with death. How we fear it, ritualize it, pass it down like a cursed family heirloom. Set nearly 3 decades, 28 years to be exact, after the original outbreak, the film trades some of the pure zombie chaos for something more reflective. Don't worry, flesh eating and chaos are still on the menu, along with some very exciting action sequences. Our new hero is 12-year-old Spike, living on an island quarantined from the rest of zombified Britain. His coming-of-age story kicks off when he ventures to the mainland. What follows is a brutal rite of passage, his first kill, tough love lessons from his dad, and the slow erosion of child innocence. Newcomer Alfie Williams is phenomenal. He anchors the film with a raw, vulnerable performance that makes him a young actor to watch. In one of the film's boldest moves, it overlays archival footage of boys, barely men, marching off to war, intercut with Spike's shaky first steps into adulthood. The message? That becoming a man has always been weirdly tied to celebrating warfare. And by sandwiching this between zombie attacks, the film keeps dragging the metaphor right back into the blood-soaked action. When Spike kills his first infected, his dad beams, saying, "The more you kill, the easier it gets." So yes, this looks like a zombie movie, but it's not really about zombies anymore. Sure, the infected are still here, fast and furious, and often nude, a horror choice that's equal parts terrifying, and please put on pants. But this time, the real horror isn't what's chasing you, it's what you've become to survive. The film shows us how easy it is to dehumanize someone once you've labeled them a threat. The infected are treated as if they're less than human, but the movie goes out of its way to show over and over again, they are us. They drink, they eat, they can give birth, they suffer, and they are desperate. They're not undead, they're just sick. Garland even confirmed it himself. The line between human and infected is shrinking. The virus doesn't make monsters. It just cranks up what's already inside of us. Rage, fear, survival. The real disease isn't alien, it is homegrown. So what really separates us from the monsters? Empathy? Rituals? Funeral playlists? Maybe. But as the film unfolds, the line between civilized human and zombie gets dangerously blurry. Stylistically, the movie is classic Danny Boyle. Boyle doubles down on his handheld chaos, shooting some of it even on iPhones, giving everything a gritty, on-the-ground feeling. The editing is frantic during fights, with freeze frames and snap cuts, mirroring Spike's spiraling world. But between the madness, the film takes time to breathe, to think, to mourn. But let's talk about the infected. They're still fast, still terrifying, and naked more often than anyone is requesting. But now we've got an evolved alpha zombie, And honestly, I rolled my eyes. Do we really need a Mega Zombie 3000? It's the same problem Jurassic Park had when the T-Rex wasn't scary enough anymore, and suddenly we have Indominus whatever it is. Or the Predator movies with the Super Predator. Regular zombies are terrifying enough. This isn't Mario Kart. We don't need a super variant every sequel. But hey, maybe that's the point. Maybe Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are suggesting that even monsters evolve. Or maybe they're asking, what if we are the ones evolving into something crueler, more savage? The supporting cast is also great. Aaron Taylor Johnson nails the brooding survivalist dad vibe. Jodie Comer adds depth as his mother, bringing fragility and grit. Ray Fiennes strolls midway through the film like a philosophical Colonel Kurtz, with a bone garden and a pitchfork, waxing poetic about death, dignity, reminding us memento mori, a reminder that we all must die. It's deep and gross and kind of beautiful. And then there's the ending. No spoilers, but seriously, what was that? It feels like someone spliced in the last 5 minutes of a different movie. It's jarring, a little silly, and undercuts much of what came before. In the end, 28 years later is a horror movie that dares to ask if we're really that different from the monsters we fear. It's about how rage lives in all of us, how we weaponize fear, and accepting we all must live with death. And if that sounds too emotionally philosophical, don't worry. There's also a scene where dudes are in tracksuits doing backflips. So, balance. I know what you're thinking. I had some serious issues with this film, and it isn't perfect. So you could be thinking to yourself, this is probably a yellow light. But no, I am going to slam on that gas, and I am going to make that green light. Lilu, on the other hand, didn't like the film and thought it never found the correct balance between zombie film and coming-of-age sentiment. But what does she know? She thinks I've left forever when I leave the house. So take that with a grain of kibble, huh? Holy just think, somewhere out there, a zombie is waiting for pants.